Oh, hey guys, it's Carl Ariaza. I just wanted to put my thoughts to video about this weekend's Illinois State Republican Convention. Let me see. Where can I start? One, I want to thank everybody who came out to support me trying to attempt to run for national committeeman. I noticed that the DuPage County Republicans, or the DuPage Tea Party, was like, "Why are we doing this?" Just because we can. We're trying to push our message. A lot of people that I talked to who were not Ron Paul supporters at the convention thought it was just about Ron Paul. It's not. If you notice there, we had over 225 delegates that are supporters of Ron Paul at the convention, with 1,100 people that were able to vote. So I mean, that's a good number. We had 15, 18% of the delegates there who want limited government, who want to get the Republican Party here more conservative. Um, and that's the goal. It's not just about Ron Paul. It's about the message. It's about taking back our country and taking back the government here in Illinois. When I was attempting to run, I talked about issues other than Ron Paul here in Illinois. One issue is I would like to see more Scott Walker types here in Illinois running for state Congress, our state Senate, and of course for the governor. We have pension and debt issues. Just too much government here, too much taxes. We need some people in our state legislature who are going to kick butt and stand up for what's right. So that was the goal for me running for national committeeman. I did talk about monetary policy. I did talk about deficits. I talked about personal freedom and liberty. That was my message of attempting to run for national committeeman. I was really surprised at the amount of people that came out to support me at the committee meeting. Carl Savage, who is a ward committeeman in the city of Chicago, tried to nominate me from the floor, but the deal was done in the back room before the meeting. I did talk to one of the committee members after we had a few cocktails on Friday night, and I learned the deal about why it was done. Basically, the decision came down from the top, and they had to go along. These guys had no choice in their decision. It was already made. I just wanted to have a chance to do my speech, change the conversation here in Illinois. The great thing is when I attempted to do that, people who were not on our side came out and said, "Hey, I like what you said." In your palm cards, they were impressed about our design. We had stickers. I had Dan Patlak, like a little kid. He's like, "You guys had stickers, lapel stickers." He's like, "Nobody has that quick. How did you do that so quick?" He was like a little kid. He was impressed. Like, how do you guys move so quickly like this? And that's what we did. We were out there to show what we're capable of. We're young. We're energetic. We're here. We're not going anywhere. And a lot of people saw that. We behaved ourselves very well. Everybody acted very gentlemanlike, very ladylike. And I had a lot of great conversations with people throughout the whole convention, especially on Friday night. And I'm going to get more into that. What else? Bill Kelly did a great speech, said a lot of points that people agree with. I just think some of his style does turn off people. But he did speak. Nobody asked him any questions from the committee, and that was expected because there was no way they were going to give him a question and then he would go on for another 5-10 minutes answering the question. And in that committee meeting, the National Committee, between the two guys, it was about who can bring in the most money. It wasn't about principles. It wasn't about the people that we're bringing. It's about who can bring in the most cash into the party, not about who can bring in people, conservatives into the party to do the work. I mean, there's one thing to have money. I agree. And you need money for campaigns. You need money for politics. But you also need bodies on the ground. You need precinct committeemen. You need precinct captains. You need people to go out there and talk, knock on doors, and get people out to vote, in the primary and the general. And that wasn't really discussed, and that was a disappointment for me. So let's see. We'll keep on going. Okay, so the next day, that Friday night, we had a great party. The Ron Paul people, we're pretty much the only party there, only energy. You had your three levels of groups. You have the elite Republican, I would call them, and we're still figuring out who those are. They stayed off on their own. You had the middle group, and then you had us on the bottom, which is fine. But we had the energy. We were filling the hall with noise and music. We were having fun, and that really did a lot for us. We pushed. We had fun, and people came in because they wanted to have fun. They wanted to have a good time, and a lot of people and some politicians did come down to hang out with us and talk to us, and they saw the energy. And I got reached out to afterwards by a politician here in the area, and he wants to know how to bring that into the tent. So what I saw is there's a lot of different factions. There's one group that has the elite money status, but there's a lot of other factions that are just kind of going along or trying to see how to grow, and that's how we reached out. Also want to say Jack Rosner, great party. Welcomed us into his room. I had a chance to talk to him very briefly. He's a nice guy. A couple of the other committeemen, township committeemen, they were nice to us, and they signed their petition. I do want to give some credit. We also tried to pull a motion on the floor that day, or for Saturday. We got 41 signatures. 39 were committeemen. Mike Sweeney in Elk Grove, the Schaumburg Township committeeman, I forget his name, I think it's Ryan. They signed. There's a lot of people here, but one thing I noticed, there was a lot of delegate slots that weren't filled. A lot of committeemen weren't even there at the event or had a representative. They just were never there. So those are the weak spots, especially in the city of Chicago and some of the some of the southern states. You guys, or southern counties, you guys never showed up, or they didn't have any representatives there. So that shows some weakness in the party. And what I saw is that you have to have the committeemen to take control over the central committeeman spots, and the guys who were trying to do SB 35, I really didn't hear from you guys. You guys didn't want to talk to us. I don't know why, but we all have to learn to work together around here on state and local issues. We're going to be around. We're going to be here. We're going to be growing our movement, the Liberty Movement here in Illinois, and we want to be part of politics, and we're willing to work and do the work on the ground. To cause change here in Illinois. That's our goal. It's not just about Ron Paul. It's about this movement here in Illinois, and the energy and the just the vibrance of our community here, and it's growing. And people want to be a part of that. They want to be part of something that's energetic, that's trying to cause change, trying to limit government, and that's our goal. Party great. We were the last ones there. The karaoke was a hit. A lot of great pictures, a lot of great videos out from that. And then about Saturday was just an utter joke. It was just basically we were there just to rubber stamp what the establishment, the leaders up on top wanted to get done. We would have liked a roll call vote, and there's other people that wanted to do a roll call vote. Afterwards, later that day, and then Sunday too, I talked to some Santorum supporters, and they thought the same thing. It was just a joke. We just basically, were rubber stamping what they wanted. It didn't feel like a convention. It wasn't like we had an opportunity in the process. It was like, this is what we're gonna, this is what the leaders up on top want, and they just kind of rammed it through. Joel, I didn't stay for the whole thing after the vote for the delegates. It pretty much just walked out, and a lot of us walked out. And if you were there, you noticed at the end there wasn't that many people sitting in the seats. More people were standing around outside than actually listening to what was going on. So that's all I wanted to share. I had a good time. We learned, and we'll figure out what we can do in 4 years at the next convention, but we're going to be involved here in state and local politics. If you want that energy, you want that that what we did, that group of people, you got to stand for conservative values and talk about not talk about, but want to cut government, want to cut taxes, and change the size and scope of Illinois government. So I hope you guys are all having a good day. It was a pleasure meeting a lot of the Illinois conservatives on the board, or from the board to at the convention, and I had a blast. I learned a lot, and I'm going to take all I can and move forward with it. So you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.